The power failure that hit Spain, Portugal and parts of France is being called one of the most powerful blackouts in Europe's modern history. Right now it's still unclear exactly what caused it, but officials are saying there's no indication that it was a cyber attack. Power grid problems appear to have started at around 10:30 AM local time, with the full-blown blackout taking hold at around 12:30 PM. The blackout plunged trains, metros, airports, communications and the daily lives of millions into total chaos. In Portugal's capital Lisbon, there were reports that traffic lights stopped working and police had to use whistles to control traffic. Portugal's grid operator said that the blackout was caused by a rare atmospheric phenomenon. However, Spain's government and its grid operator Realdaniellesparza are being more cautious. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said that the exact cause is still unknown and all possibilities are under investigation. Power is gradually being restored, with Spain's operator saying it could take up to 6 to 10 hours, and Portugal said that in some areas it could take up to a week. This blackout shows just how fragile our power grids can be and how reliant modern life is on electricity.
We have some serious breaking news this morning. There is a massive blackout that has impacted almost all of Spain, Portugal, and parts of France. Both Spain and Portugal have plunged into almost complete darkness across both countries, while France has experienced scattered power outages throughout its country as well. Now, we don't know what is causing these massive blackouts. From initial glance, according to latest reporting, there seems to be some type of electricity imbalance. But nonetheless, this has essentially caused mass chaos and has stopped work throughout most of Spain. The Madrid airport was even closed. And folks, this is really a country's worst nightmare. Without electricity, a country cannot run. And Spain and Portugal this morning were literally plunged into the dark ages without any power, no Wi-Fi, no electricity. I'll keep you updated throughout the day as we get more information. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for all the news you need to know about more to
Major electricity blackout is bringing chaos to Madrid and other big cities here in Spain.
I'm walking around Velázquez, which is usually one of the busiest streets in Madrid. This is the scene now, like people are waiting outside their office buildings, their shops. I've never seen Madrid like this. They're calling their relatives, like trying to figure out what's going on.
We were working in our office and then the power just went out. We initially thought it was just our building, then we thought it was a whole block, and then one of our co-workers read a news article that said it was all of Spain and Portugal and south of France.
So it's been a few hours like this already. I just met a couple of Miami residents working here in Madrid. They could only find one word to describe what's going on today here.
Chaos. That's it. It's just one word, you know? People are working, no bus is working, metro is out, everything is out.
I heard that the flights were canceled as well, but I don't know, people seem like they're in good spirits. There's nobody really panicking too much about it.
Yes, some are dealing with this crisis in the most Spanish way possible. But this is obviously a huge inconvenience to thousands trying to get back from home, and a huge blow to Spanish economic activity, since many industries couldn't operate today.
All right, so an update on this power outage that happened in Europe, right? So according to Portugal's grid operator, REN, R-E-N, they said that it was this thing is known as an induced atmospheric variation due to anomalous oscillations, which is basically another way of saying this was a rare atmospheric phenomenon, and that it could apparently take weeks for the system to normalize. Now, I don't know. It just sounds interesting that that this is what they're saying is the cause. For me, it sounds like what they're trying to say also is that global warming caused this. You know, our system messed up because of global warming. I don't know. It's weird to think that, you know, countries like India and the Middle East, I mean, it's kind of hard to compare there because I'm not too familiar with how their electricity works, but I know it gets extremely hot. And being from Texas, I know that it gets extremely hot over here. And we don't necessarily have power outages like that. Ones that affect our electricity, our internet, you know, stoplights and all that stuff. So again, it sounds like Portugal is ruling out any type of cyber attack. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
People are stuck in. So you're telling me people are stuck in Spain and Portugal, and there's a current nationwide power outage, and they're saying it's because of environmental reasons? What is that even supposed to mean, y'all? So they're saying that a slight change, the very slightest change in the weather, caused the power lines to basically be taken out. There are rumors of this being a cyber attack potentially, but y'all, people in Spain and Portugal can't even use their debit cards. Like, imagine if you only had your phone or Apple Pay or something like that. They can't even use their debit card. They only can use cash. People cannot get on planes and fly back home that traveled there or visited there. There is no way to get back home. They are stuck there until further notice. They're saying it could take weeks to get the power back on, but it also might take hours. It is undetermined because they're not sure 100% what the issue is, and they need their engineers to determine what's going on and what caused this problem, because they're saying this has never happened since basically like 2010 during the Russia-Ukraine war. But y'all, this is crazy. Honestly, I feel like something's going on and they don't want to tell us because what is going on? Like, this is not normal. People can't use their debit card.
Around 12:30 p.m. local time today, April 28, 2025, nearly the entire Iberian Peninsula, Spain, Portugal, and then parts of France lost all electricity for multiple hours. In fact, as of right now, about midnight local time, Spain only has about half of its electricity returned, and it's expecting to take at least 10 more hours to get all of the electricity in the country back up and running. Oh, as of right now, this has affected all walks of life. Supermarkets are closed, airports are closed, subways are closed. Everywhere is essentially closed as there are no power. Everything is running on backup generators unless they have been part of that half of the country that has returned power. Now, as far as what the cause of this particular blackout is, it's not currently known. The Spanish Prime Minister is currently saying that they are not speculating. They are just working to get power back on as quickly as possible and will figure out the cause once everyone has power returned. What's interesting about this particular incident is there's not really anything that should be affecting the power grid such as this. Things like extreme weather differences like really hot or really cold can put a strain on power grids, causing them to fail, but it's not particularly hot in the Iberian Peninsula currently, and they have no evidence for a cybersecurity attack that they have revealed yet. So we do not know what caused this particular blackout.